the good news is that what I thought was a big mountain, it just eventually became a plane for me. And that's, getting into the role as a business analyst. It's just amazing for me. I can really continue feeling.
Do you think your certification is what gets you the job?
Nah, it's not the certification. Because when I jump on board with SyncSkill, I realized that it has been lagging. Where people say your resume looks good, but you don't look up to level from what we are seeing. I would say certification does not call it at all. It's actually that real representation which SyncSkill really did for me. And I'm very, very grateful for that, because I would have still been looping and jumping from one place to the other, thinking, okay, I've got all it takes. I wasn't having all it takes at that time.
All right, welcome, SSR. Really, really great to have you on the podcast. Really excited. Thank you for joining. How are you feeling today, first of all?
Amazing. For me, it's just every day. It's just like, whoa, this is a dream come true. So the feeling is just different.
I know. I've been buzzing since you told me. I think that was on Friday. Was that 2 weeks? Was it last week or 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it's going to 2 weeks now. Yeah, I think this is the second week now. Yeah.
Wow. I know everything hasn't sunk in yet, but really, really, really true for you. For people that don't actually know, what are we excited about?
Yeah. Oh, okay. You want me to let the news?
Yeah.
This for me is just amazing. Like, I'm trying to break through a certain would I say limit that I feel it was a limit. But the good news is that what I thought was a big mountain, it just eventually became a plane for me. And that's, getting into the role as a business analyst. It's just amazing for me. I can't really contain the feeling.
No, I know. I know you've been eager even before we've completed the classes. You wanted to apply. You had already applying. I'm like, yeah, it's time. Does you want to calm down? So really excited. So when I saw that, you're starting to interview and all of that. So yeah, I love that. I love that energy.
Yes.
Now, I remember the first day we had a chat. Like I said, I literally was seated here, and your call came in. I think it was from somebody referred you, correct?
Yes.
Who was that person? I didn't actually ask.
Yes, because it was actually, if you know Cynthia in class, Cynthia's husband. We
Oh,
good family friends. So
oh,
I don't know what's going on. Like, I've done everything that I need to do, and he was like, there's this, mention your name, Noah, and this group that they're organizing, that he just actually enrolled his wife, that maybe I can take advantage of that. I'm like, okay, do you have his number? And that's why he just popped your number to me, and I gave you a call, and the rest was history from there.
wow, that's superb. Because to be honest, I didn't actually catch the person that, because we get recommended all the time, like people, have good experience and then they share with other people and they call me. So sometimes, like, I want to dig into who actually gave you that, number, my number and all of that. But, Taya would say, it doesn't matter. Just speak to them about, like, get straight to the point, get to know them. You can't know everybody, especially as we become bigger and bigger. So really, thanks for sharing that. So give us a bit of backstory. I feel like you've done a couple of things before,
Yes.
and it's been a journey for you, right? So tell me, what are the things you've tried in the past that did not work?
Okay. I've been in a number of groups who say to you, we're gonna give you the support, we're gonna do this, do that.
Yeah.
I realized that, okay, being a part of the first group, it was, like a group, international group, that I felt, okay, I wasn't really feeling anything. Okay, I joined the second group, and it was like, I'm going to help you, I'm going to support you. Yes, fine or well, I was able to get this certification. But that led me to nowhere, because every time I was able to get in an interview, I'm lost. I'm like, what's the point of having a certification and then you really represent as you stated on your resume. So it became really like, a pain point for me. So I needed
Yeah.
okay, I need help. I need help. And that was why I contacted SyncSkill. I mean, the rest is
Yeah, absolutely. This group you mentioned, you don't have to mention their name, but I assume that like they train people, right?
it
Yeah,
do.
rather.
One was from actually from Nigeria and the other group was from the UK.
Oh, okay. Now, so many people, when I speak to them, they tell me, "Oh, I've got Scrum certification, I've got BA certification, I've got this, I've got masters." I'll tell them that, hey, look, what gets me hired is not just your certification. Some of them find it very, like, very challenging. I know you also remember when we had one long back and forth chat. So tell me, like, what do you now think? Do you think your certification is like what gets you the job?
Nah, it's not the certification. I must be very honest with you because when I jump on board with SyncSkill, I realized that, oh, this is the thing. This is what has been lagging. Where people say, your resume looks good, but you don't look up to, level from what we are seeing.
Yeah.
I would say certification does not cut it at all. It's actually that real representation which SyncSkill really did for me. And I'm very, very grateful for that because I mean, I would have still been looping and jumping from one place to the other, thinking, okay, I've got all it takes. I think I wasn't having all it takes at that time.
No, I know.
Tell you that free. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing. Like I said, I will tell people, hey, see, if you look at the job, right, when you get on the job, nobody says, flaunt me your certification that you've done. It's about deliverables. What can you do? What skills can you apply? And that's like applicable to almost all jobs, really. It's about the skills, what you can do on the job. It's not really, oh, I've got this education, I've got that, I've got this. If you cannot do it, you end up where you're not confident. And when you're not confident, you go to interviews, and what happens? You're gonna. So you've been in interviews before you actually joined SyncSkill. How was that journey for you? Like,
I would say I knew where I dropped the ball when
mm,
when I became part of SyncSkill. I knew all the places that I dropped the ball because it's not in fact body language is also another thing that I learned from
yeah,
yeah, very important. There are times Tayo will say, even if you lost your string of thoughts,
yeah,
tell them, be honest, be open, just
yeah,
it, and then
yeah.
it flow. And
Like,
this helped me in this last one.
ah,
Like where I got stuck, I'm like, you know, is it okay if I say that again?
yeah.
Come on, bring it on. And then
No, 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 no. I love that. And I'm seeing your body language because I also like to talk with my hands. It's more engaging when we're like this than we're just like, uh,
a defeated kind of look. No,
you know.
be bold. Yes.
And I see when you dig deep, right? It's really because of skill set
Yes.
and no understanding how to interview, present yourself better, all of that. But in terms of like your motivation for wanting to, get into tech, what were you doing before, you decided, hey, I've got lots of potential here. I need to, do something and be more stimulating for me.
Yeah, I mean, I was in the AV line. I mean, not too far away from, IT.
Yeah.
The position where I was is such that I can be there for 10 years and just remain there and be connecting meeting rooms for people. So
Mm,
no, this is not what I want. It-
mm,
and I started looking out and I saw, okay, it looks like, I'm good in this area. Hi, bye, and let's
yeah.
around there, but I didn't think I, could be this, but especially with interfacing with people,
Mm,
the confidence grew.
yeah.
Honestly, when I joined SyncSkill, it grew, I would say from 40% to over 80%. Basically,
Ah,
you
that's it.
know,
That's it.
that confidence was built, and
Wow.
I'm grateful.
So what changed? Like, what made you like more confident? Like after you joined?
The confidence came from the knowledge, actually.
Mm, mm,
They say knowledge is power.
Yeah,
If you don't know, you want to bury your head down,
yeah,
or you want to speak forth. You want to
yeah,
because
yeah,
talking about. I mean, what we get there, what I got there, it's not just it's both real life experience,
yeah,
technical experience as it has to do in a job. So
yeah.
kudos to your team.
I mean, I'm just super excited. Remember when we first had a chat? I think you came back to me a few days after. You were like, I went to talk to one of your colleague, and they said, oh, let's just do job package, and I was very hesitant, like, because I could see your potential, right? I'm like, this person actually has a lot, but they need to understand the fundamental. You know, I did go have a call with you, like I think I spent like 30, 40 minutes talking to you about.
It was a really long call.
Yeah, it was a long call, like, and so when you came back, what was your mindset at that point? Like, you felt like it was expensive, yeah?
I'm halfway there, so why not
Yeah,
just nibble and see what they have to offer. But I'm so grateful to God you recommended the path that I had to follow, because
yeah,
if I had done that, I probably would have still been where I am now.
yeah, yeah,
It's not about the certification. It's not about all that. It's just about the confidence of what you know
yeah,
you can deliver. You know, see, even my pitching, when I pitch, sometimes I know I didn't answer some questions rightly, but they called me back and they're like, "That's your pitch. Yeah, I feel there's something about there's something about you that okay, it could be interview section and all
yeah, yeah.
about you from that your pitch." I mean, I think, and you know, it's amazing. It's amazing from the scratch to the end. I mean, it's just so super great.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because honestly, I've heard this more than 30 times. Like, people will go for an interview and they'll be like, your pitch, oh my goodness, we've never heard it before. I mean, you've heard from Kemi and some of the people that, immediate people that got job recently, like, always like, because it's so much details in there. Like, you're not going to, so many people make mistake where they go for interview and they want to start to manufacture their responses on the spot, right? And you know, like with everything, anything you don't plan, you don't give it the best, no effort. Your elevator pitch is well crafted, right? It's unique to you. And then you have practiced it, you've made it your own, you've made it conversational and all of that, you know, with our guidance to check the quality and everything. So when you go there, there's no way you, like, if you deliver it well, it's gonna be like so phenomenal for them. Like, oh my God, this is
Absolutely, yes.
no. I'm really glad. So talk to me about, like, you know, when you were collaborating with your team members when working on assessment, was that challenging for you? Was it fun?
No, I mean, it all just sets the pace, actually, because I will say the team collaboration just kind of helped in a way that, you know, it gives you like a real life scenario, or like a real
Exactly.
what it's going to be like in real life. You know, you see, you know, there was a simulation we did with the sprint retrospect.
Yeah.
It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful that, you know, you could see people, and I was just imagining a real life scenario how it would look like.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the foundation, and I mean, I don't know what curriculum you guys follow, but
Yeah.
it's working.
People always try to copy. I mean, I still heard this weekend somebody was talking to one of our alumni that there's somebody that wants to do this, and they're asking for some skills curriculum. Like, go try it. We innovate it all the time. You know, you get, like, everything changes, like in tech, right? It changes very quickly. So we're even adding AI to the mix so that people. I remember the tactics I shared with you during the.
My goodness, that's a deal breaker. But it was verbatim. Most of the question was verbatim from that clue. Yes, it's
Bruh.
breaker. Please give it to the rest of the team.
Tell us, well, how did you apply? How did you-
as if you read the minds of the people to say you were in control. Like, ask me this question because I already prepared for it.
I know, because I was just like researching different ways. I'm using it also in my business, right? And I was like, wow, actually, we need to start to use this for interview. So I just, share with a few people that are interviewing at the minute, and you were part of them. I'm like, hey, try this out. Let me see how it goes, and I'm sure that would give you a lot of, initial feedback to be able to
Yeah, it was
get
very.
into that. Yeah. No, I'm glad. I'm glad. So, what would you say like was the biggest challenge for you as you were going through the program?
I guess the biggest challenge for me was just unlearning, really.
Mm,
Yeah, because a lot of I personally I came with a mindset of, even with my conversation with you,
yeah, yeah,
to crack some knocks.
yeah. I had to.
You know, why? I mean, I'm trying to start from the middle. Why is he wanting me to, take a few steps back to just, start?
Yeah,
So yeah, that was a big one for me, but I'm glad I had to soak it in because I knew when I started that,
yeah.
oh, this was where I missed it.
Mm, mm,
Being
mm.
learning was very big for me, but I'm glad, that mindset was taken off, and I just came with an open mindset of the fact that let it be like I know nothing and let me start.
No, I love, I love, I love that. Because on learning is one of those growth mindset, right? That uh, it's a mindset of champion. Like you said, I think I read a book and they said something like, you know, adults find it so hard to learn things because they form an opinion, right? They form an opinion, your ego and everything. But for children, they are they learn things very quickly, right? So you said this thing, you see new things, they absorb it like, oh, okay, this is a new fact. But it's hard for us as adults. So one thing we always say is like you need to unlearn things first, right? And then relearn, and that's how you grow. Every single day we must just have that open mind, to unlearn and relearn because facts change, right? Our understanding of the world change, and the world is not black and white, really. There's so many things in there.
The Lord goes beyond that. The
Yeah.
pixels scattered. You need to find out to put them together.
No, no, absolutely, absolutely. So, your own journey was pretty fast. So I reckon I don't think you had a point where you were like, this is hard, I'm gonna give up, correct?
Well, I mean, I would say that there was a moment like that, but what gave me
Oh,
is what gave me the confidence was also some of the testimonies that
hmm,
that kind of like, okay, it means I'm not. There's still hope, regardless.
yeah.
Something can still happen. So
Oh,
yes, those testimonies were really, really helpful, and for the fact that there's this word you keep saying about you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. That that is another deal breaker. Like even when I know I've missed it, when I know you're right, you still tell me
yeah, yeah,
can do it. So that's
yeah.
it's amazing. It's
I
amazing.
mean, we can do anything. That's the mindset we want people to have, like especially for us Africans, where we face so much issues and challenges, around here, everywhere really. So we want to like see if you think about it, like Africans, majority of us at least, we're very educated, we're smart people, we've migrated.
Yes.
That means we have resilient spirit. We understand how to start over, right? But people are underutilizing their skills and talent because like maybe limited information, limited network, and really not like being in the comfort zone sometimes. So I'm saying like I've seen it too many times. It's not about being smart or being brilliant. It's just about sticking to it and doing the work. Every single time things will be up and down, but as long as you keep working, you're going to definitely find that one yes, that would definitely change your life. Even me,
Yes, actually.
like you just find that situation like, even me, I'm like, oh God, some days I just want to be in bed like all day and not do anything, but it doesn't work that way. And then I remind myself like the stories like the day you told me about this news, I was like, bless you God, because I just finished an exhausting 3.5 hour class. I'm like, no, I'm finished for the night. Let me go. And I still had work to do. But immediately our message came in. I was like, I'm sensing this. I'm sensing this. That just gave me more spike, like sugar spike, like, oh, this is brilliant, So,
yeah,
but yeah.
many, many more testimonies to come.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really, really excited. Like, we got like 3 testimonies on the way. Actually, I've done reference checks for a couple of people as well. Yeah, I'm gonna celebrate as well. But I like that you mentioned testimony, and I'm really grateful that you're sharing as well, because this goes a long way. But one thing we've seen is that sometimes some people, especially maybe from fear or something, or they just want to say, oh, I'm private, they don't want to share. And it's a disservice, really, if you think about it, like you share your story, somebody connects to it every single time. Somebody will connect to your story, like, oh my God, Esosa is just like me. Oh, he went through this. Oh, this was his mindset. This is exactly where I am. And probably can message you and call you and be like, hey, how did you navigate this, process? And that's why we bring those testimonies, even though you remember the first class and a couple of like, hey, come and talk to new people and give them hope, So really excited. So what advice would you give someone now that is maybe calling Noah and be like, why this is expensive? No, why? Like, let me do this. Let me just do interview prep, or why is it this? Why is it that? It's too expensive for me. What advice would you give?
Yeah, I guess one word that I will leave is just trust the process, because the truth of the matter is, like I said, I had a nibble on here and there. I could tell that this one is different. It is different. And one thing I did was to trust the process, believe in the system, and that just actually, gave me the lights to where I am today. Because, I know how you used to say, take notes, take note, take note. I'm not a very good note taker, but I have to learn.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that worked 100%. Listen to the recording, go over it again and all that. So, I would say one word is just trust the process, and you would not be disappointed you did.
Wow, like what you just said is just profound, because I'm also like you. I don't like taking notes, but my coach would say, what you don't document, or how does he even say, what you don't document does not stick.
The faintest
What is
pen it stays longer than the long.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it said, it says what is not read is taught, is what is caught.
Yes.
Meaning you need to take things down. And even scientifically, there's a book that researched that there was that research in the book. I can't remember the book now. It says that when you learn something and you are able to like kind of like go over it and take notes, it helps with retention. Yeah, it's really important now. And even Tyler's got like a transition book for many years ago. Like sometimes goes opening, even though the like you said, the ink is fainting already right now, but
as long as that faintest ink.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it's just something that is a thing of joy too. You're like, oh yeah, this is one of my proud moments. It's like a trophy as well for you. I reckon you have your notes, right? You're gonna.
Oh my goodness, that's gonna stick. In fact, I have both digital and.
Yeah. No, that's lovely. Now, when it comes to like job application process, right? So you know how a lot of people don't even get interviews, they don't even get a sniff, and a lot of people fumble during interview. For you, can you describe your own process, how you went about it?
I guess I mean I was in one of the session with Tayo, and one of the things that was really profound that I wasn't doing was tailoring your resume, like looking at the job description. You cannot just have one size fit all for everything. So you need to tailor it and make sure yes, all the skills that they are talking about it aligns with your resume, and of course the use of the apps and all that, to make sure that your resume is in alignment with the job description 100% actually helped me.
Nah, that's very important. Like people just pray and pray with their resume, just like or the same one, apply. Because to be honest, job application is also time consuming. It takes time. But like you mentioned some apps, we go into great detail to tell you about how to leverage the power of tools to be able to fast track that process. For example, there's another tool that we just found out that is even better than the ones we've taught you, like Job OS. I don't know if you've heard of it. Um, it's used for tailoring resume, so you can just get that out of the way and apply, with quality resume. So people do like quantitative job application. They just use the same resume and apply to 500 jobs and they don't get any response, where they should be doing like quality kind of, and when did you start applying actively?
I guess it was just immediately we got the call. I think that was a few classes back. I mean, you guys are ready. You can start putting it out there right now. I mean,
Yeah.
that was when I actually actively started.
Wow.
Yes.
That's less than a month ago, actually.
Yeah. Let's.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, that's great. And you got your call. Were you nervous? Like,
Well, when I got the call, actually, the call came and they'd be like, okay, this kind of random interview on the
yeah,
whether, of course, those things were still fresh. So I was
yeah,
out and they'd be like, you sound like, you're interesting. Can we take this further? I'm like, yeah, I'm
yeah.
ready to. And they didn't get back. 3 weeks later, they said, oh, sorry, this road is still open, but the interviewers, for whatever reason, they were not ready. But are you still open? I said, why not? I'm still open. And then they just gave me an interview date, face to face. I traveled down there, had a face to face with them, and of course, I mean, a lot of questions around change management, which yeah, I nailed that one. But the work with CEO and some top management, where I was really grilled. But you know your stuff. So
Exactly. I trust you.
and
So you had like 2 levels, 3 levels.
first on the phone, face to
Yeah.
face, and then with the top management. Yes,
Oh, you did a face to face, actually.
2 face to face. One,
Ah,
yes, the direct department heads, and the other one with the CEO of the organization and one other top board management personnel. Okay.
so how did you wear suit?
Of course, I had to suit up.
Wow, I love that. Looking sharp, eh? What color did you wear?
Got heaps of black suits, so I just picked one.
Black suit, eh?
Yeah.
Next time wear a blue suit. So I learned I heard this in a book I was reading. It's a sales book by Brian Tracy, and it's like the psychology of selling. And they said like when you're, going into a sales call with a client, they've seen that wearing a blue suit helps better warm up your, to increase conversion.
That's
So
what get into my archive. We never stop learning it since.
Absolutely, and I was really shocked, but I was like, okay, all these small things matter because interviews are also like a sales call, sales presentation kind of because you're selling yourself, right? Your skills and the value you have to offer. So yeah, that's one thing. So talk to me about like so when you were growing, what was your mindset like? How did you prepare? Did you have any ritual that you did?
Well, of course, checked on my side. What question would they be asking that I may not be able to answer?
Yeah,
And of course, this role also involve a little bit on SQL. I did a bit of research around that and
yeah, that's good.
Power BI, which I had to just familiarize myself with as well.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
Getting in there, a few questions came in from SQL and Power BI, which were just surface questions.
yeah.
Most was really business analysis questions.
No, that's good. Did you shake hands like, hey, good morning, everyone? Or you were
Yeah,
you
no,
just like,
of course, that's mindset of you have to be upfront people, don't just
yeah,
you know.
yeah, just like very timid. No,
I
I
mean,
like that.
conversation at the end because the CEO happens to be a fan of Tottenham, and he was talking.
Ah,
He loves the coach so much, and Aussie and all that. So by the time I open my mouth and start talking, the other guy lost because he was on hockey,
oh yeah, person.
talking soccer, and
Yeah.
it's a little bit more of a warm conversation, and
Wow.
it just flow through like that.
Ah, that is brilliant. That is what I was saying. When you're confident and you have value, right? These things are easy because you're just gonna go there and find a common ground, and then they like chit chat, right? That is not a. Did you again? One big question there. Do you think there's a difference between interviews here and like back home in Africa?
Huge difference. Huge.
Yeah,
Yes, I think there is a huge difference, but because I didn't have the opportunity to attend much interviews back home before I
yeah, yeah,
that aura of the fact that you just have the express. It's not like
yeah,
sa kind of thing,
yeah, yeah.
self kind of thing. And I mean, I see that as a very big difference.
Yeah, yeah. My experience back home is like very technical. It's more like this and that. Boss is like a boss to
Exactly
kind
what.
of like subordinate kind of thing. The person intervenes has the power. They're like, okay, like. But here is like you're talking to your colleague, your friend. Like you can chat, of course, professionally. But if you can chit chat and warm up, like you're gonna get into this situation where you're having a chat about things that are not even like because also a likability test. I always say like you were able to rapport with the MD on something. You need to be able to rapport with people so that they can warm up to you and give you opportunity.
Yeah, that's
Like I also always tell people like interviews are not just it's not just by your technical skills. It's not going to be defined by logic. Yes, logic meaning your skill set is the main thing, but also how can you connect emotionally with them? Like how can you tell your story? How can you be more conversational and get to know them? Show enthusiasm, like I want to be here. I want to add value to this company, right? And find that common ground. It goes a whole long way to help you and open doors. We are emotional beings at the end of the day, so it's very important. Yeah. So that is great. Thank you. And refreshing. Most of my own interviews are always virtual, except when I go for business meetings, and it's just cool to hear. I always love to hear physical interview. How did it go? And
I was just like, this one that is going to be physical, but then really nothing different.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but it's just that feeling of I'm looking at you, you're looking at me. Let me use
yeah,
contact to know whether it is real and all that. So yeah, there was a lot of eye contact.
No, that's good. So what advice do you have for anyone else still thinking like, I'm tired of my current situation, but I don't know if I can do it. I'm not sure. Should they try? Should they, what advice do you have?
Well, I think one big word is never, never give up on yourself, and just keep trusting, trust the process. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
The notes are important. It's better to represent or show up.
Yeah.
Or rather, let me put it this way: there is a saying that when opportunity meets preparation,
Mm.
so you got to be always prepared. As
Yeah.
done your prayers, you've believed God. If you're not prepared, an opportunity comes, it might pass by. So be prepared at all times.
No, that's great. Now, so did this opportunity change your life since Qs? And did you get ROI on your investment? Like I promised.
100% money back. 100%.
One thing I always say to people, sometimes when we get to like haggling about it's expensive, I say, look, this is bigger than buying a house. Genuinely, I feel like that. It is bigger than buying a car. One, when you invest in yourself, you develop yourself so much that you are now somebody that can deliver value in the marketplace that would command the kind of money that will help you if you want to buy houses or cars later in the future. It's going to happen as long as you commit to the process and you don't stop, right? If you buy a car, if you buy a house, you can get some margin, car will depreciate, but the kind of investment on yourself does not depreciate. It just elevates.
It's great investment, yes.
Great investment. So yeah, I'm glad you agree, right? Correct? Do you agree or not? What you
100% agreement. Yes, like I said, jumping in was a lot of skepticism, but that cleared my doubt.
No, absolutely. It's been a pleasure having you on the podcast. I'm really excited, and I'm sure that this is first step. Like we always say, hey, next step is now you're gonna start your business soon. So learn your domain well, become an expert, right? Learn it, find problems there that you can then start to think about how can I solve this problem and do my own thing, and when you're ready, we'll be here to support you for that journey as well, phase 2. But for now, really excited. Thank you so much. And I'm sure we're going to be seeing you around to inspire others as well.
Sure, for sure. I'll always be around. Whenever you need me, I'm just a call away.
Thank you so much. My regards to your family. Thank you so much. Yeah. Have a good one.